Welcome to Biomade Easy. Let us look at the summative assessment paper of Class 10 Biology. So, let us look at the bit paper, that is the part B. First question is the hormone responsible for secondary sexual characters in female. The correct answer is D, that is estrogen. Why it is estrogen? Why I have decided on estrogen is because estrogen it gives the feminine characters in a female. One is at puberty, the female will have the menstrual cycle. Second, the development of the breast or the mammary glands, development of mammary glands, and widening of the waist. These all things are related with the wide hips. This is related with the secondary sexual characters. It is not vasopressin because vasopressin is called antidiuretic hormone or the ADH, which controls the water in the urine. It controls the water in urine. If it is less, the disease which is caused is diabetes insipidus. Next one, testosterone. This is for male sexual characters. In male sexual characters, one is the change, the deep voice. Deep voice is formed because of the secondary sexual characters in the male. Second one is the broad shoulders. Next one is the third one in the male is the development of beard. All this is because of testosterone. Adrenaline, it increases, it is related with the sympathetic nervous system. It increases your heartbeat. This hormone is produced from the adrenal glands which are present over the kidneys, adrenal glands which are present over the kidneys. So let us look at the question once again. Hormone which is responsible for secondary sexual characters in female. The answer is D, estrogen, which are produced by the ovaries. Let us go to the second slide now. On the second question, the second question is which of the following metabolite is used in the preparation of rubber? What you have to remember is that alkalides, resins, first let me look at the answer here. The correct answer is C, that is latex. Latex is a milk-like fluid which is formed from the rubber tree, rubber tree, which is Hevia, Hevia brasilensis. So let us look here. Which of the following metabolite is used in the preparation of rubber? So from where it is produced? It is produced from the plant. These things are produced by the plant to protect itself or for some other reason or the waste material like things. In that, latex is the milk which is produced from the rubber tree which is Hevia brasilensis. Let us look at the next question. Next question is match the following and identify the correct option. So let us look at the first option. This is pulmonary vein. Second one is pulmonary artery. Third one is coronary blood vessel. And the fourth one is tricuspid valve. So the first one is the pulmonary vein. All the veins carry deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein is the only vein in our body which carries oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein always carries oxygenated blood. In other arteries, so here look at here, pulmonary vein, it carries oxygenated blood. So the correct option is C here. Pulmonary artery, all the arteries carry deoxygenated blood. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood, but pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Why it carries deoxygenated blood? If you look at the heart, this from the heart, the blood goes to lungs. From the heart, the blood goes to lungs with the help of the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery takes it. The pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. After purification, the same blood is carried to the heart through the pulmonary veins. One thing you have to remember about veins and artery is veins always bring the blood to the heart, whereas arteries always supply the blood from the heart to the other organs. So pulmonary artery brings oxygenated, it carries deoxygenated blood, it carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs, whereas pulmonary vein, after the exchange of oxygen, that artery brings the oxygenated blood to the heart. That is why pulmonary vein has oxygenated blood and pulmonary artery has deoxygenated blood. Let us look at the coronary blood vessel. Coronary, these are the very small blood vessels which supply blood to the heart. Heart is also a muscle because it works continuously. Heart is a muscle and it requires oxygen. So that oxygen is supplied with the help of small blood vessels which are called coronary blood vessels. Let us come to the next one, tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is present between the right auricle and right ventricle. Right auricle has RT. Always remember this mnemonic, RT. Right auricle, between right ventricle and right auricle, you have tricuspid valve. Between left auricle and left ventricle, you have the bicuspid valve. This is what you have to always remember with regard to the valves. Right auricle has tricuspid valve and the left auricle has between the left auricle and ventricle you have the bicuspid valve. So one is 1D, sorry 1C, 2A, 1C, 2A. This is correct. This is also correct. 2A. Coronary blood vessel is D. 3D correct. Tricuspid valve is 3A. Where is this? 1C, 2A. Yeah, coronary is 4B correct. This is the correct answer. So the correct answer is A. Let us go to the next question. Solution that is used in the experiment for anaerobic respiration to check the presence of oxygen. When you take, the correct answer is diazine green. So the answer is A here. Now, in the solution, when you are using the for anaerobic respiration, we are taking sugar solution, covering it with paraffin wax. So, paraffin wax. This is all sugar solution which is filled with yeast. We know that yeast lives in anaerobic condition. So whatever the amount of oxygen is there, it will slowly start getting diminished. So with the reduction of absence of oxygen, the oxygen by the time it becomes vanishes, there will be we are keeping a solution of diazine green. This diazine green is actually in blue color, but as the absence of oxygen takes place, it turns into pink color. As soon as the oxygen becomes less, it becomes pink in color. Let us go to the next question. Fifth question. Match the following options. Let us look at the fifth question. This is the fifth question in the question paper. If you look here, what you find is that thiamine, which is vitamin B1. So always remember, in the examination, the vitamins names are also very much important, and the disease which are caused by it. Vitamin B1 is also called thiamine, and this thiamine causes a disease which is called beriberi, which causes paralysis. Most of the time, if there is a severe deficiency of thiamine, it causes the disease beriberi. Thiamine is present in the outer germ of the rice. So people who are using more polished rice, always they are using polished rice, there they you will find the deficiency of this vitamin B1, which is thiamine. So 1C, 1C, citric acid is also called vitamin C. It is called vitamin C. Citric acid is vitamin C. It is found in sour fruits. It causes bleeding of the gums, which is also called the disease that is scurvy. Retinol is vitamin A. But retinol is vitamin A. This causes night blindness, severe deficiency. These diseases are called deficiency diseases. If you are not taking these vitamins in your diet, they will cause these diseases. So 2A, 2A, 3B, 1C. So the correct answer is A. Let us go to the next question. Organism that respires through skin, lungs, and buccopharyngeal cavity. The speciality is given to frogs. So the correct answer is A, frog. Frog belongs to the class Amphibia. Why it belongs to Amphibia? Because it lives both in land as well as water. It lives in both water and land. That is why this is called amphibia. It can breathe with its moist skin. It breathes with its lung. It also breathes with the help of buccopharyngeal cavity, which is the mouth cavity. Whereas birds, they breathe with the help of lungs. Reptiles, they also breathe with the help of lungs. And mammals also breathe with the help of lungs. And this breathing is called the pulmonary breathing. Pulmonary breathing, which breathe with the help of lungs. Let us come to the next question. Which part of the brain is the center for emotions? Now, this is a very tricky question. Why? Because had they given cerebrum, most of our emotions are always recorded. We play it. All these things takes place in the cerebrum. But here, if you look here, olfactory lobes, this is useful for the sense of smell. Diencephalon, very small portion, a part of the diencephalon which is called the limbic system, it actually controls the emotion of anger. It controls the emotion of anger. That is why here the correct answer is B, that is diencephalon. Whereas medulla oblongata, it controls all the involuntary organs like our thirst, swallowing, and all these things are controlled with the help of the medulla oblongata. Cerebellum is the center for coordination. All the muscular coordination takes place because of cerebellum. Added to that, it also helps in your balance also. All the organs, how they are. For example, if you are walking, are you walking straight? Are you walking back? All this is found out with the help of the cerebellum. So the correct answer here is diencephalon. Why? Because they have not given the cerebrum. But cerebrum actually is the center for cerebrum is actually the center for the emotions, whereas here diencephalon it shows only very few concepts of anger, of emotions, that is the anger, the sexual characters, all these things are shown by the diencephalon. Let us come to the next question. Identify the given diagram. If you look at the diagram, you can find that it only cells are present here, and these cells are squamous epithelium. A single layer of squamous epithelium is present. Now, if you look at this epithelium, it is very, very thin. There is a gap here from this. Because it is very thin, what happens is oxygen or carbon dioxide from the cell can enter into this capillary, as well as oxygen from these cells can enter into the cell by this very thin layer of cells. It is as thin as a cloth. If you imagine there is a cloth present, this cloth will allow the air to go in. All this can be easily passed away. They can easily diffuse. The right word here is diffuse. It diffuses out from the cell because it has a very single layer. Now, when the single layer again is covered by a muscle, again afterwards it is again covered by another layer of elastic tissue. Like this, if it is covered, then it becomes into arteries, it can become into vein, but it is not a stem. We cannot call this a stem because stem is a part of a plant. So here it is not actually a plant. This is not a plant. It is not a TS of vein. It is not a TS of artery. So the correct answer is TS of capillary. Capillary is made up of only single cell, and that single cell is made up of squamous epithelium, as thin as a paper. Squamous is flat cell. So, next one. Let us come to the 10th question. Disease which is caused due to the deficiency of proteins and calorie. It is because of calories and proteins. That disease is the B marasmus. So marasmus happens when there are repeated childbirth. Because of the childbirth, what happens is the second child, if there is a first child, and then already the child is weaning on the mother, is taking the milk, but then immediately after the second child is born, what happens is that child will not get, neither will it get the proteins, nor will it get the energy rich calories. So this part child will suffer from marasmus, due to which what happens, the uh, the organs, the all the body will become, mm, the person will look fat, or he will look very thin. He will have very less developed muscles. There will be continuous diarrhea. Now, kwashiorkor, this is because of the person, because of the deficiency of protein energy malnutrition. In kwashiorkor, only protein is less, whereas in marasmus, protein, calorie, malnutrition. This malnutrition is protein calorie malnutrition. Obesity is over calories. Over calories are there, due to which the person will become fat. Rickets is the disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. When vitamin D is less, that person suffers from ricket, and the legs become like a bow. Bow shaped legs are present because of rickets. There is a bending of the leg, and that person will not be able to walk properly. It is because of deficiency of vitamin D. With that, I end this session.